my people. Wonderful. Let's see if you can hear me, folks. We are now officially live. We are officially live. Let's make sure my homies in the back that are tapping in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that link and pin it to the top of the chat if people want to tap in with us. So give me a second for that. If I can get some comments saying you here, that would be great. Welcome, folks. Welcome to A Real One. We're going to play a quick video as we get a few things posted to let people know we're live. Let's put up a nice little video here that kind of represents what happened to me not too long ago. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, let's check this out really quick. Yeah.
We were in love, the happiest of couples. Did everything together, almost did the nuptials. I took her to Paseo, I took her to Rodeo. She never had to go to the bank, 'cause I'd give her my peso. I'd always make her laugh, always make her smile, always down to just chill and hang out for a while. I loved her, and I thought she loved me, until I caught her in my house, no blouse, with my homie. And I had my heart broken before. And this was one I thought I'd endure. But boy, was I wrong, 'cause when my love was strong, my baby was dipping all along. It was heartbreak in the third degree. It was heartbreak I just couldn't see. It's crazy to imagine, it's crazy to think, and I don't know why she cheated on me.
Okay, we're going to cut it there, folks, as we have fans trickling in. But yeah, that was something that meant a lot to me, as sometimes real ones get their hearts broken in different ways. But welcome everyone to this wonderful event. We have more fans trickling in at the 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Hour. As a lot of you love so much, we are honoring our seasoned souls first this evening. That's correct. So our seasoned souls are going to really tap in with who they appreciate and who they want to, resonate with. So I have a lovely lady that is about to be on with me. And then I pinned the link. at the top of the chat. So if you see this lovely lady and you're like, hey, wow, she is a real one, and I want to tap in, then you should do that. You can tap that link and then we'll get you in the queue. But we have a few real ones already that are ready for this magnificent event. So I'm about to have this lovely lady come on. But before that, I do want to say we have a few announcements, just a few important announcements. And I want to show this really quick. So I'm going to put this up. Now, last time we went live, the day before we did, the day we went live, I told you that we had a very unique episode and it dropped on that Friday. And I got a lot of unique comments. It kind of broke the internet of sorts. We had a gentleman on that Richmond edition, multiple gentlemen that disturbed some people. But one in particular was very unique. So if we can get some people to support Pointer in this mission of Cash App growing, then I would love to talk about Richmond and some of the things that happened there. But, we don't have to get too crazy. We have a lot of fun to be had this evening. But I'm ready for my lovely lady to tap in with me, and we're going to do a little talking. So I'm going to invite her on right now. This is a very lovely lady. Linda, How you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you beautifully and dutifully. I
Perfect.
thank you for tapping in this evening. It's an honor to have you here. Tell us, of course, as we would do in the studio, as we did have you on an episode before. Let's see if some of our fans will tap in with that. Your name, your age, and what you do.
So my name is Linda. Actually, you can find me on Instagram at Water Lady. I am 60 plus. I'm an accountant, and I'm looking for that real one.
I love it. I love it. She's looking for a real one, and she's at the right place at the right time, in the real place, in real time. So this is a real one, real time, Linda. I'm so happy to have you. Now, some fans may remember you were on the show before in studio, right?
Yes.
So tell us about that experience for you.
So I thought it was a great experience. Unfortunately, I didn't have chemistry with anyone, but all the men were lovely, and I wish them all well. I hope they found their real one.
And I do want to, you're making a great point, Linda, for that, because we had a follow-up. We call it a connection check-in. And some of you might have missed it. So what I want you to do really quick, folks, as you're on this live, just hit like this live. We got a good amount of people tapped in. We still got more people that are going to join us and have some fun, but hit that okay, to make sure that you're tapped in. But like Linda just said, we had some real ones that found their real one, and we want to do more connection check-ins. So make sure you tap in with that. Linda, tell us this. What are you looking for in a real one?
I'm looking for a man with integrity. Of course, it would be a bonus if he was a follower of Jesus Christ. And I'm very liberal in my politics. So if we could align there, that would be great. But if not, it's okay.
Beautiful.
I would like somebody that wants a monogamous long-term relationship and to just go on adventures with.
Indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a beautiful thing. I don't want you to share too much because the real one and you will kind of connect once we have them log in. So that's a wonderful thing. Again, I thank you for tapping in. You will have gentlemen could be around the world. We have fans literally around the world that want their real one. So you said you're kind of open to the horizon, right? However,
absolutely,
God might bring somebody into your life. You never know how a real one may connect. So let's do it. Let's have our first real one. I have a gentleman who called in, and you're just going to talk. The beauty of a real one, real time, is we have real ones actually able to converse with each other, see each other, and see what happens. So, Linda, are you ready for your first real one?
So ready.
Beautiful. All right, let's have him log in. This is a wonderful gentleman here. Hello, kind sir. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for tapping in this evening to a real one, real time. Would you share with this lovely lady, Linda, your name, your age, and what you do?
My first name is Ferris. That's pronounced Ferris like the wheel, like Ferris wheel. I am 75 years young, and I live in Vancouver, BC, in Canada.
Wow.
Got a Canadian brother. We international with it. I love to see it.
Absolutely.
Very good. Wow. Now, share with us, Ferris, what would you say makes you a real one?
I guess a number of things. One is a long-lived life with lots of experiences. I can say that my baggage is safely stowed away after all these years. I bring a good amount of emotional maturity. I'm financially secure. I have a fantastically interesting job. I'm a professor at a global business school. I teach in France, in Singapore. I've literally taught in 5 continents. I'm multicultural. I speak 3.5 languages. I play the piano. And yeah, I guess that makes me hopefully an interesting person.
Oh, yeah. More than an interesting person. It makes you a real one. And Linda's smiling. Those are very good things that we heard. Some people will be like, Pointers, some of the brothers you're bringing out aren't popping, but you are popping in a good way, too. In a good way, too. So I do want to mention to the fans watching, to Linda, and even to Ferris, as this conversation develops and blossoms, this is, a pop the balloon style thing. So if at any moment there seems to be, but of course, get to know each other more, but it seems like, hey, you know what, Pointer, this isn't going to work for me. You can say the word pop, and this is going to come up on the screen. It's going to go like that. And then you might even hear a little sound like that, and that just represents that the connection wasn't established. But that's not happening right now. But just, as y'all develop, and if you see something, hear something that you don't agree with, you can pop, 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 pop the balloon. But anyway, Ferris, share with us this. What are you looking for in a real one?
For me, I guess the important values that I look for in a potential mate is someone who's kind and compassionate, who has similar value to my own in terms of integrity, honesty, trust. Somebody who is not afraid of being vulnerable, is not afraid of me being vulnerable with her, which again implies a certain amount of trust. I find things like common hobbies are important but not critical because one can learn them. So, for example, if someone likes golf and I'm not a golfer, I can learn how to play golf. There are certain things that I'm not that great at. Anything in snow is basically just not in my genes. But I have a lot of flexibility on things like hobbies. But the things that are important are essentially the emotional values that one brings into to a relationship. So that would be what I would say.
That's beautiful. Wow. Thank you for that thorough answer. You're so just multifaceted. You're a remarkable individual and you're a real one. And that's why we have you here. Let me go for this question that I'm sure Linda would like to know. What are some of your deal breakers? We call them heartbreakers. It would make you pop if your partner was doing some of these things.
To me, a big deal breaker, I know this word is kind of overused these days, but anybody who's got what I would call narcissistic tendencies is probably not going to be a good match with me. I want to be with somebody who's, open to nurturing and flourishing a relationship rather than admiring herself. So that would be a bit of a deal breaker, I should say, with me.
Very good. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, that is very significant. Well, what I want to do at this point, I want to throw it to the lovely lady, Linda. Linda, do you have a question that you would like to ask Ferris?
So Ferris, you live quite a ways from where I'm at. I'm actually in Los Angeles, California.
Right.
So how would you work that long distance relationship?
That's a good question.
Interesting you mentioned this because I actually have some friends in LA. I love LA. I think it's a fantastic place. I've always been fond of Hollywood and the whole entertainment scene and so on. What I would say is LA is, first of all, it's the same time zone as Vancouver, so that's important. Having flown there and gone there several times over the years, it's only about a 2.5-hour flight, so that can work. I've actually had somebody tell me the other day that, not in a romantic sense, but she said that having a long distance relationship might bring its own positives, in the sense that one can lead kind of your own life in LA, my own life here in Vancouver, and then you can meet somewhere in between. Maybe it's in Seattle, Portland, whatever. One can work out. Or if you haven't seen Canada, you haven't been to Vancouver, it is an absolutely spectacular city. If I would turn my phone now, you'd see how beautiful it is, a city, and it really is a phenomenal place.
Well, it's 75 degrees today, so it was beautiful here as well. And I have never been to Vancouver, as a matter of fact.
Well, there you go.
Oh, Linda, that's lovely.
Wow, what a view.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You'd have to venture out there. Wow. Vice
What
versa.
a view.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's beautiful. Okay. Well, I want to do my job a little more than ask a few more questions. Ferris, what would you do? Now, this is a very funny question because we learned during the pandemic that you can go on virtual dates. So I don't know, what would you have in mind for even if it's a first virtual date with you and Linda? What would you do?
I've actually done that during COVID. I used to have virtual date dinners, whereby I would have somebody wherever in LA or somewhere else in Canada. I would find out what their favorite restaurant is. I would arrange to have a meal delivered from that restaurant to their home. Same thing for me. And then we have a meeting just like we're having right now and have dinner. Now, the only difference, of course, is we're not present physically, but you can share everything else. You're still having dinner together. You're having a chat. You can talk, laugh, joke, do all the things that one would normally do on a first date. So I've actually done that in the past during COVID. We all had to adapt to it. And and I did.
Wow, that's elite. Wow, that's a great response. And like you said, we had to adapt. And for those that did, well, the real one that you might have met with virtually, it didn't work out. But still, you got Linda here, so you're used to it. You have the muscle ready to make that thing pop, in a good way. I want to throw it to Ferris. Ferris, by chance, do you have a question for Linda?
Well, I would ask again to elaborate a little bit, Linda, on what you're looking for in a man, and I'm also curious in a certain way, I guess, how would you view me as a Canadian? I'm actually, like most Canadians, I'm born somewhere else. I was born in Egypt. That's my my ethnicity. I came to Canada very young and became a Canadian totally culturally. But I'm interested in your thoughts about basically dating a Canadian, given all the things that are happening in the world right now. Yeah.
Well, I'm not actually very happy with what's going on in our world right now. I think that we're in chaos. I don't expect us to transfer out of this chaos anytime soon. So I don't really have any thoughts about, Canadians in general. But I can say that so far, you seem to be emotionally mature, which I need that in my life. And you seem to be, I also am financially stable and emotionally stable. And I need those two qualities in a man as well, because I too mature to deal with any drama.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This is actually a very important one in terms of
Sure.
deal break. How do you feel about dogs? Because
I love dogs. Are you kidding?
Oh, green
I am a
flag.
dog person.
You're getting the dog.
he doesn't want to come. I was trying to get him to come up here.
Well, he
But,
must be
He
a
don't
small
wanna come.
dog. He
Oh.
must be small, but I actually love really big dogs. I am a big dog person, but I am an animal lover, but dogs are my favorite. I like cats, but not as much as dogs. I'm definitely a dog girl, for sure.
Yeah, he's a mini schnauzer. He's about 20 pounds.
Oh, cute.
And he's a complete magnet. I meet all kinds of people when I go out for lunch. They don't care about me, but they care about him.
The love bug. So he's a love bug.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, got it.
That's a
See, I
beautiful-
had a Siberian Husky. That's a very big dog.
Mhm.
Yes.
Some difference there. Wow. Okay. Well, it seems there are some similarities, some action. I'm not the type to rush anything, mainly in this setting. It's somewhat intimate. The fans are enjoying it. So I want to throw it now to Linda. Well, you know what? I want to honor some of our fans that are asking certain questions. Fans, if you have a specific question, put a little seasoning on your question by,
There he
adding
is.
$1, $2. Oh, okay. Let's honor the doggy. Yes, the doggy is here. Ferris, want to introduce your little baby?
So yeah, his name is Cairo, like the city, because that's where I was born.
Cairo.
Mm.
Well, Cairo's pretty cute. I'm gonna say right now.
Okay, he doesn't want to. He's shy. Well, he's actually not shy, but he's looking outside.
Such a view. You can't beat that
With the
view.
view, he's looking at the view, right?
Right. So fans, if you have a question, add a little seasoning, pay a little to help, the show grow and glow. But I will ask this question as some fans have asked it, and Linda mentioned it. Ferris, in terms of faith, Linda mentioned she would prefer someone that is a believer in Jesus Christ. What are your thoughts on that, Ferris?
Okay, so going back to where I was born in Egypt, which, as you probably know, is predominantly a Muslim country.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I, however, come from a minority Christian community called the Coptic Church, which
Mhm.
is about 10% of Egyptians are Christians. It's a very old church. It's very similar to the Greek and East European churches. Our Christmas officially is January 7, not December 25. So I was brought up in a quite a religious environment in our family as a Copt. I will say that I'm not practicing, but I'm spiritual. I understand most of what Christianity has to bring and teaches in the Bible and so on. I don't go to church. I have to be kind of open and honest about that. But I am a spiritual person, and I try to live by by the guidance and the principles of Christianity and many other faiths that have a lot to bring. My regret is that not too many people do.
Mm.
Yes.
That's a different conversation. Yeah.
Mhm. Linda, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I love it that he does follow the Christian faith. That is actually important to me, because I feel that I want somebody's values to align with my values. I do go to church, and it's something that that gives me calm and peace when I do. It's my quiet time, and it's something that I enjoy. So I do frequent church once a week. That's just who I am as a person. Like I said, so far it's very positive.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, as we don't want to drag anything out. You do have other gentlemen, Linda, that do tap in and want to get to know you. So you kind of have a unique decision to make. You can continue to talk to Ferris a little more, or you can, and this is a very unique thing. And as we explore this format, we can have Ferris kind of wait on the sideline. You can talk to another real one, see how that goes, and then see what happens. So it's like you normally would give the heart or keep the heart if you were here in the studio.
Right.
But I kind of want to give you that option because we have another gentleman here who you might want to hear from. He's one of my favorite real ones. So it's up to you, Linda. Do you want to continue to talk to Ferris a little more? Talk to another real one? What do you want to do?
Well, I enjoy Ferris's company very much, but I'd like to explore the options.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ferris, what I want to have you do, Ferris, you can wait on the sideline. This is a really unique situation because I don't want to, she's not ready to pop.
Oh, no.
And it doesn't seem like Ferris wants to pop. Right. So let's do this. We're going to have another gentleman come on. So Ferris, you wait here. Here. Okay. And then what's going to happen? So Linda, what's going to happen is now, like I said, if at any moment you need to, do this kind of thing, that will come up, and it's time to pop. But I have a real one here that had a lot of fans smiling. He had me smiling. He was a wonderful individual. So I'm going to have him pop in now. This is another real one, folks. That's why this format is so engaging. Nothing else like it. So let's do it. Let's have this gentleman come on. Kind sir, how you doing? Roger, you there with me?
Okay, I didn't know I was.
I snuck up on you, Roger. I snuck up on you.
You surely did. By the way, very nice piano and very lovely lady.
Very good. Roger, you're such a real one, and we're happy some fans may remember that Roger was on the show in studio, right? So I think that's very important. So Roger, why don't you share your name? You already shared your name, but just so I love when you say it, your name, your age, and what you do.
My name is Roger Rod. What I do is I work in a number of different jobs. I freelance as a private detective, a bounty hunter, and a bodyguard.
Wow.
And one thing that I would never want to do is stand in the way of true love. This very lovely lady and a very kind-hearted gentleman look like they're a much better match than I could ever be. I would love to, at least at some point, be some kind of a Cupid in my career. I could throw that in my resume. And I'm going to step aside and very respectfully pop in deference to what I look at as a couple of real ones may have met each other on this show.
Wow. Okay. Well, we will play that. But Roger, what's so unique about this format is you can still share a little about you. So some ladies, you're popping on Instagram. I want you to share what you do, Roger, because you may have some lady slide in your DMs.
Geez, that would really be a shock. That really would. I have a very unusual life. I've been in the entertainment business for a long time, but nobody wants to hear about another actor or another comic. If you haven't heard of me before, that means I have to have sideline gigs. So that's what I do. And I like the stuff that I do on the side. I have worked some very interesting high-profile detective cases. I did law enforcement in the mid-'80s. And so worked now in squatter removal, which is something that is unfortunately a fast-growing business, particularly in the state of California. But that's just kind of an oversight picture of what it is that I do in the department of kind of the protection and the detection business, if you will. But most of the time, my true love will always be performing. But as you well know, it's an all or nothing proposition. I've made not a living at it. I've made a living at it when I lived in New York. I don't want to live in New York. I made a living at it when I lived in Las Vegas. I don't want to live in Las Vegas. So if you live here in Los Angeles, which is essentially a showcase town, if you have a name and in front of it are the words "who the F is," then you still need to have a job.
Understood. Yeah. Well, you've made it work. And I think I remember when you were on the show and you rocked the house and a lot of fans were marveled, just like they are with mine. You're all natural hair. You
Yeah.
know, so Linda, if you see that, Roger and I are
Natural
the
here
top.
too.
You know, Linda, of course, you're a goddess, but you know, Roger and I, for us brothers to have this kind of thing is remarkable. You know, but at any rate, so Roger did, you know, pop himself out. He sees that there could be a connection between you and another gentleman that has a lovely dog named Cairo. Now, I do want to say, let me just shout out this wonderful individual. I want this to appear on the screen. I might have already messed it up. Give me a second, folks. I just want to shout out this wonderful person that's from the UK. They sent a little blessing. I'm from the UK. I don't have Cash App, but here's a super chat for all the laughter you've given me. Thank you, Gina. Gina, oh man, don't make me reference Martin Lawrence. You are
Right
amazing.
on, Gina. Right on.
You're amazing, and that's why you're helping Linda find her real one. You know, and Roger.
Gotta
here
find
too.
that real one.
You gotta find that real one. You know, so we
Gotta find
appreciate
him.
that for real.
He's out there.
Before I sign off, could I say one more thing?
Roger, I want you to know, I didn't want you to just leave so soon, Roger. You've been waiting. You have people that literally appreciated you on your show, so please share a little more.
And this is not any kind of an apple polishing. This is a simple. All I ever do is tell the truth. That way I don't have a good memory. I think you are the biggest undiscovered talent in this game. You are exceptionally charismatic, charming. You're well spoken. And now I just saw that you play the piano, which is easily my favorite, I would have to say, listening instrument. You did the vocals were satisfactory. But
I'm working on it, Roger. I'm working on it.
Yes, but the song was so sad.
well, yeah, but then again, isn't love often sad?
It could break your heart,
Not
Roger.
if you do it right. Not if you do
Mm.
it right.
Unless we're doing it right, we probably wouldn't be on this show.
Roger's keeping it real. He's a real one. Linda,
Yes,
he
you
is a
are,
real one.
Roger.
He is a
Say it.
real one.
Preach
Wow.
it.
But Roger, I truly appreciate that. You are a real one, and that's why we had you back. I appreciate you. I mean, I'm gonna look out for you though, because I know some ladies, they're in the comments going a little crazy for you. So I'll tab back in with you.
There you go.
Fantastic. Best of luck to everyone. Appreciate it.
You are awesome, Roger.
Bye,
Thank you so
Roger.
much. We appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Well, Linda, I'm going to have Ferris come back on because it looks like there could be some real one connecting there. And you can even ask a few more questions. And then after that, we got to see what's popping. I do want to shout out, there are a few real ones that became members. So before we have Ferris come back on, I do want to say we have memberships. We do have memberships. Now, I just want to keep it real. Some people, oh, Pointer, you're charging for your content. It's like, this ain't free. This ain't free. You have to pay for a studio, right? You have to pay. I love paying for the dates of my real ones that connect, right? And that's coming out of dear little Pointer's pocket, right? So if you want to support, right, it ain't rocket science, and you're going to see the episode too. So for those of you that are like, oh, where's my episode? I was on the show. Trust me, Pointer has you covered because Pointer loves you, right? But anyway, Linda, are you ready to talk to that same real one? That is,
of course.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
All right, let's have him enter back. Here we go. I want to see Ferris. So you just even saw Linda kind of, well, Roger just totally bowed out. He was like, hey, when he sees love.
He saw the connection.
Yeah, he saw the real one connection. So Ferris, what are your thoughts right now as you hold Cairo and you're thinking?
Well, I'm certainly intrigued and would like to explore this a bit further and see where it leads to.
Okay, so Linda, do you have another question for Ferris?
So many questions.
All right.
So, Ferris, do you have a family?
I do. So I'm single, divorced. I have two daughters, 35 and 33.
Okay.
And
Any grandchildren?
No grandchildren yet.
All right.
Okay.
And do you have a close connection with your girls?
I have a very close connection with them, and I actually have even a close connection with my ex. We decided we wanted to have this to be respectful and a good split, if you will. Just things didn't work out after a number of years, and we still see each other as a family. Christmas, New Year's, at times we celebrate each other's birthdays and all of that. So it's a velvet separation, if one could call it that way. And I think personally, that's the way it should be. Yeah.
Well, that is amazing.
You're doing some laughing. I hope it's not my facial expressions. Linda, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I can't even imagine celebrating my birthday with my ex-husband, but I mean,
very unique.
But we do have to see each other. I mean, on various occasions. I mean, I have a daughter and I have a stepdaughter, and So, there was family events, there's weddings, there's christenings, there's many things going on. So, but I don't think that, unfortunately, Ferris, between the long distance situation and you're celebrating with your ex-wife, that was too much for me.
Are you
I'm
gonna?
gonna pop.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
oh, we're popping. We're popping.
But you are an amazing man and a man of many qualities, and I wish you much luck.
Thank you, and the same to you. Enjoyed this. Yeah.
Thank
Now,
you
Ferris,
so
before
much.
you go, because Ferris, you are a real one, and there are some that would be understanding of that, and I want to talk about that. I mean, I guess I'll just shoot now. There's a beauty to that, to that dynamic of, hey, we ended amicably. And Linda, you said it perfectly. But it's interesting even for me in my relationships to think of, do I still want to be, of course, cordial, as that's how
sure.
the Lord would have it be, and there's no bad blood per se. But I mean, Ferris, you're a real one. So do you have an Instagram or a way that some of these ladies that might be like, hey, I'll celebrate with him and his ex-wife and the other ex but do you have an Instagram?
Well, hold it. You're not going to celebrate with my ex-wife. I don't
I
want to
hope
give the
not.
impression.
I don't even want to party with you.
I think I probably gave the wrong impression. It's not like we're spending 24/7 with each other. We don't. It's just some important events like birthdays and so on we kept. But that's really the extent of which. But in any event, you asked about my Instagram. I do have one. It's basically my full name in lowercase, Ferris Buelos, day off, because as you can see, my name rhymes with Ferris Bueller. And I've had this my entire life. Everybody asks me if I've had the day off like he did. I always say, no, I didn't get to drive the Ferrari yet. I'm still waiting to do that. So my Instagram is Ferris Bueller's day off.
Wow, I love it. And that was on my mind, but some people get, triggered and traumatized by being likened to a famous character. So, but you're the man. Wow. Thank you, Ferris, for that. So ladies, if you want to, slide in Ferris's DMs, he's open. He's got a beautiful little dog, Cairo, great views in Vancouver. We thank you, Ferris, for coming out for real.
And very interesting man.
Okay, that's good. Good luck, Linda.
You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ferris.
Okay.
All right. Well, Linda, all right. Well, you kept it real, Linda. You kept it real.
He lives a long way away.
What is your ideal distance that you maybe be comfortable traveling?
I mean, I wouldn't mind traveling like an hour or two. I mean, if somebody lived in San Diego, which is, or Palm Springs or Indio, or because I'm sort of like in the middle there, that would be more ideal for me. I mean, really, ideally, it would be somebody that lives closer, because I feel that in a dating relationship, you can't be, out of state, truly. Not at this point in my life.
Okay.
Because then, I just don't think that would work for me. Somebody has to move. Somebody would have to move.
Definitely down the line.
Yeah.
But like you said, if maybe they checked off all your boxes, like, because as you were connecting with Ferris, it was seeming to really progress beautifully. Yes. But then that red flag, as we may call it, kind of took you back.
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, that, and the fact that he's not close. I mean, I literally have to get on a plane just to have a date. I mean, I'm not much for the virtual dates. I like in person because, I'm an accountant. I work from home, and, I want to get out. I want to do something with somebody. I don't want to have a virtual date at home. I can be home by myself. I don't need to do that with a partner. Yeah.
That is very true. Yeah, that is very true. Well, I do want to say, let me just say a few important announcements, Linda.
Sure.
Members, if you want to join our memberships, we have videos that are exclusive to members. Some videos only members are going to see. In terms of those great episodes that you love so much, you are going to see them, but you can get early access with a membership. Once again, we'll throw this up too. Support your boy. If you love Pointer, hook them up, hook us up, help us grow and glow with you so we can continue to make it pop. Okay, so very good with that. And I do want to say, hey, we pinned the link to the top of the chat. So if there's any gentleman out there and it's like, hey, Linda is a beauty and I want to tap in and talk with her, do that now. It's a very simple way to get connected to Linda. I will say we did have 2 more brothers that were ready to go, but I don't know if they got scared when they heard about Jesus. And I know that that can be a red flag for some people in my own experience, Linda. So maybe talk about that a little more, maybe your faith and why that can be a deal breaker for you.
So I mean, if somebody is of a different faith, that's fine, but they have to believe in that higher power at some place. For me, I just feel that it gives somebody their sense of right or wrong. And I think that the people that I have met that maybe don't have any faith, or maybe they're just not a believer in anything, I think that I haven't always matched as well with them. So even in friendships, So I think that that's just a big thing for me. I mean, I'm just hoping that I get that, and I'm praying on that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and that's one of the most important things, to pray about it. And as you pray, your way, will be directed. But it's important. It really is important. So it appears we may have someone that is tapping in to talk with you. I'm going to say the name that they input is Broski. Broski, I don't know if are you here for Linda? If so, turn your camera so we can see you. If you're here for Linda, Broski, are you there, Broski? Maybe not. Okay. I'm not going to hold you up, Linda, too much longer. Two of the brothers that were here might have been like, okay, I don't do the faith thing.
Did Jesus made him run for the hills?
Yeah. Sometimes Jesus,
Okay.
you'll come to him or you'll run from him. So,
problem.
but that's important. And I think it's great that people stand on what they believe in, and you don't want to get into a relationship and you're not connected. That's just the way that is. We want real ones to connect with real ones. So Broski is seeming to maybe not tap in. So I'll say this, Linda, one more time. You already kind of said it. Share your Instagram. So some of these people watching, some of the brothers are shy, even in studio. We'll have people sign up and they'll be like, oh, I got cold feet because the ladies were so great. And so share your Instagram. Maybe they'll slide in there.
At Water Lady. Easy as pie. Instagram.
At Water Lady. There you go. At Water Lady. Okay.
At the water.
At the water. Wow. Well, Linda, I really appreciate you dedicating just these few moments to tap in and find your real one. And trust me, from this experience, more can come and grow and tap in with you. So
absolutely.
And we do have an in-person in LA coming up. So I might have to reach out to you for that, because you can't meet in person. We do this for it, and it's quite exciting. Okay. I would have this person tap in, but I don't think I will. They're having some unique names for themselves. Unless they want to, they got to show their face. I see some hair, but they're playing some games. But anyway, Linda, you're amazing. I'm gonna talk with the fans now because I don't see anyone else logging in. But you're amazing. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Pointer. You're the best.
You're amazing. God bless you and your real one journey. And I'll reach out to you about that show that's coming up.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Linda.
Bye-bye now.
All righty. Woo! All right, folks. Well, don't go anywhere, because very, very soon you're going to have some younger real ones that are going to tap in. I do have people that say, Pointer, I only watch for the seasoned souls. And I love that. And that's beautiful. And I thank you. But I'm not the type to limit the love connection and the real one search. So we do have some young ones coming in, but don't go anywhere. We just had somebody hook us up with this wonderful, wow. Thank you, CC. CC, I love you. This says, absolutely love your work, Pointer. Your content always puts a smile on our faces. My kids even go around singing, don't pop, pop, pop. Wow. What an honor. Wow. Then they ask, how do we become members? You can become a member by going on our channel. And then if you click join, there's a little option for join, and there are different membership tiers. I mean, that's something that I need to promote more, actually, the different tiers, because you can become a talker, a yapper, or a real one. Now, the most exciting membership is the real one. It's $39.99 a month. Some people really go like, whoa, Pointer, how you going to rip it? How you going to do that? But there's logic to that, right? Not to get too crazy, but let's package this delicately so I don't get demonetized. But there are certain individuals that pay for content that is some would call quite immoral. And they spend hundreds of dollars a month on that kind of thing, which is not my thing. God bless them all. Help them. But at any rate, if you really want this great content that you love, it costs a lot to maintain an editor that is consistent and great quality and getting these real ones from all across the country. The tour that we went on, please, some of y'all don't know about the Living in America tour. Don't break Pointer's heart. We were all around the country, Atlanta, Houston, Miami, Virginia, right? Meeting up with these real ones. Okay. So, you know, support your boy, support Pointer and the real ones that you love to see. You know what? Yeah, and I agree, Steve. I agree. Steve, I got to shout out my man, Steve, because some of y'all spend triple that on Starbucks in a month, right? You know, but God bless everybody that has, you know, whatever their perspective. I do want to say something really quick. I see all these great comments. You know, like I said, add a little seasoning on it because then YouTube kind of highlights it. There was a great comment. And I think I'm going to do it just because anytime I go live, I love y'all. You know, I got people watching all over the world. We've got, someone said, okay, I mean, it's my favorite song personally. So I might have to play the song again. Don't pop, pop, pop unless I sing it live. But someone asked, I can't find it now, but someone asked about Richmond, right? Someone asked about Richmond. And I do want to speak to that Richmond experience. So what I'm going to do first, I can't talk about it all unless fans, you know, you send in a little more goodies. Let's pull up a video of one of the most shocking moments from that experience, and it kind of broke the internet. Let's pull this up and see what we got. Get ready for this. Let's see. Give me a second.
Married. Name is forward to this king. Name, age, and have you ever been married?
Name is Rocky. I'm 53 years old, and I've never been married, but I do have 9 children.
Oh, wow.
By 9 different women.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got around.
That's,
Yeah.
You got some stories to tell.
I don't know most of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You don't know most of what?
the children.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
She had a balloon. She'd busted.
Well, let me see. Can I borrow your heartbreaking device, kind sir? I'm not saying that that's a reason. I'm not saying that, lovely lady, but, you know, hold on to this because you might have to end up breaking.
Okay. So that was it really took the internet by storm. That garnered millions of views on TikTok, millions, right? So a lot of people were on the attack. You know, I had to go to, defense mode, and it was like, Pointer, what's wrong with you? Do you screen your contestants? All these great questions that I do want to talk about, but the Cash App is looking a little light. Like I said, I want to talk about Richmond. I want to go really deep because a lot of you don't understand how exciting the tour can be, to put it in the greatest of terms. Going on tour is very challenging in many ways. And the people you meet, the real ones that apply, people say they're looking for a real one, and we do screen. Thank you. We do screen these individuals. So even this individual, we'll just add it.
Name, age, and have you ever been married?
Okay, there we go. Even this individual here, now he insanely viral, right? Everybody couldn't stop talking about Mr. Rocky. Okay, and I'm gonna do a whole dedication to that, right? But I need you to understand that people apply to this show and they don't tell it all. Okay. So when we ask how many children do you have, some people, I don't want to share too much because, that's, secret of the real ones, but I will keep it real and say some people don't tell the truth. And I'm trying to attack anyone's character. I don't want people losing jobs. I don't want people. Anyway, let me shout out this wonderful Gina. Gina, you are amazing. Thank you for becoming a member. You got some great content coming to you. And I want to shout out this wonderful, who's this? Rennie, thank you. Yeah, it was. It's funny looking back now, to keep it real. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. Give me a second, folks, as we get ready. We're getting really close to our next series of real ones with some younger people. I see some of my brothers are ready to go, waiting for our next real one. So let me respond really quick. Give me a second. Okay, very good. Okay, but yeah, so Richmond, I don't know if I plan on going back. Let me just say shout out to Mia and Rhonda. You're amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tapping in. But yeah, and I think it's important to know we do have security, right? So oh my gosh, people are just blessing me. Okay, don't make me start shedding thug tears. Jess G, I love you back. Thank you so much for tapping in. We got more great content coming, right? Tomorrow, some of you are going to be like, Pointer redeemed himself. Tomorrow's episode, I'll, kind of spoil a little of it. Back in Atlanta, I had a remarkable time in Atlanta. The culture, it just reminds me of the legend Ray when he said, Georgia. I don't want Roger to hear those rough vocals, but Georgia was a great place. So Atlanta was popping. We had a great time with our guests and the real ones that was doing that thing. Wow, I see some great comments that I want to reference, but we'll keep it on track for now. But yeah, very interesting time was had in Richmond. So Atlanta, I redeemed myself. Y'all will be like, dang, Pointer, you dropped some heat. Don't want to spoil it too much, but great contestants, great real ones, and that's how we did it. So we have 14 minutes until our next real one comes on. But you know what? We're going to do it maybe a little different. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I think I have a lovely lady that just tapped in, and then I have some gentlemen here that are ready to go. So let's see what happens. I'm going to have this lovely lady come on and see what's going on. Kay, how you doing? I don't know if I can hear you.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for tapping in. Are you looking for a real one?
I am. I'm looking
Beautiful.
for that one.
Thank you for tapping in. Well, share with us your name, your age, and what you do.
My name is Kay. I'm actually in my 40s, and I work for an insurance company.
Beautiful. Wow. Well, black don't crack. I wouldn't have assumed that. But that's not my place, but you're amazing. God bless you. Now tell us this. What are you looking for in a real one?
I'm looking for someone who's loyal, who is a Christian, who who's interested in trying new things, who loves animals, who's honest, who likes kids.
Beautiful. You gotta love the babies. Now, what makes you a real one, Kay?
Well, I'm a real one because I'm going to give that same energy back to that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also honest. I'm a person of integrity. I'm empathetic. I'm a Christian. I'm going to give my all to that person. I'm looking for that real one.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And that's what our show is all about. Okay. Now share with us this, because this is always an important question. What are some of your deal breakers? We call them heartbreakers, red flags. What are things you don't tolerate?
Let's see. Someone who is still like doing the same thing back, like clubbing and going out for that type of scene. I'm more of a homebody now. I'm a little bit older in my 40s. So, I'm ready to kind of settle down. You know what I'm saying? So that type of scene is just not kind of what I'm into.
Understood. And it makes sense. And it's good you have the wisdom to know when to step back. Because we do have, and I still will call them real ones, but I've seen videos of 70-year-olds still in the club trying to throw it back. And it can be quite disturbing, especially when walkers are involved and issues. But okay, so Kay, you're amazing. So it actually appears we do have a real one who will, y'all can talk and get to know each other some. So I'm going to invite this gentleman on. He has been patient, and let's see what we got. I got my brother Gene here. John, actually. Yeah, John, how you doing?
John. Yeah.
How's it going, brother?
It's fine. Yeah, I just have internet is kind of off a little bit. I'm enjoying the show. Nice to be up here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. So share with Kay your name, your age, and what you do.
My name is John Diaz. I'm a social media influencer. I'm in my 30s, and I'm just here, have a nice time. Get to know you better if you're up for it. Hopefully. Up to you, beautiful.
Yeah. Now, Kay, tell us, where are you located, Kay?
I'm in California.
Okay. And Jean, where are you located?
Me, I'm located in New York City.
Kay, are you open to a little long distance?
John, I'm so sorry. That's a little far for me. I do appreciate you coming online, but I'm sorry.
I'm having trouble connecting the internet over here.
You're gonna pop? Okay. Kay, are you popping?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Jean, you can stay on the sideline, Jean, because we have other lovely ladies that want to tap in, and they may be in New York City, right? So not everyone is open to that long distance. But we thank you for coming out, Jean. Share right now your Instagram, John, just so we can get you locked in.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Instagram Pablo_DA_LA_New York. Tap in Instagram. You know, let's get to know each other better.
Fantastic. Okay, and definitely, I'm sure some real
That's
ones will slide
understandable,
in
you know.
because you know that
The age difference a little bit.
that real one connection from that East Coast. Y'all keep it real on the East Coast, even in Richmond, maybe a little too real sometimes. That was interesting. All right. Well, we thank you. We thank you, John. So I'm gonna have you, stay on the sideline, and then, we're gonna have you pop back in a second. Okay, we're gonna talk to Kay a little more. Thank you, John. You are awesome. Okay. So, Kay, go a little deeper. Then, what is the farthest you'd be willing to travel for your real one?
You know, let's see. I really like to keep it in state, but I'm open. Online kind of distance. We could communicate online. I guess that's good. I'm open, I guess, but New York is a bit far.
Okay, so maybe if it was, of course, Vegas, maybe
Yeah,
a little
Vegas
4 hour
is good.
drive.
Vegas
Okay.
is good.
Okay. Do you see there, and a lot of fans say this all the time, do you think there are benefits to what some may call LDR, long distance relationships?
Potentially, I think I was on here with the last kind of guest there, and they did mention kind of, you kind of do your own thing in a sense, while kind of, exploring what that distance relationships has to offer. So, I suppose there might be some benefits to it. But, if you really want to make that connection, I feel like that person should be a little bit closer. Yeah.
For real. Yeah. Yeah. God made us close for a reason. That physical touch, even if it's not your love language, it still plays a part in every relationship, really. Okay, Kay, let me ask one more question before I have another real one possibly tap in and shoot their shot. What is the youngest you'd be willing to date?
I will say 38.
Okay. How did you arrive at 38?
Because I feel like they have a little bit of a more level, that maybe I'm used to. I get a lot of younger guys interested, maybe even in their 20s sometimes. And yeah, there's kind of a level of maturity that I have at this point in my 40s that I just kind of feel like maybe someone at 38 is kind of, transitioning into that point. So yeah, at 38.
Okay. Now, do you say there was someone that just blew your mind? It was like, okay, this person is a little younger than 38. So let's say 35.
Okay.
33. But it's like they check it off. Okay, 33, Jesus' age. And it's like, no, but this person checking off my boxes. Like, this is like, come on now.
That's kind of close, Pointer. But I mean, I guess I'll consider it, maybe if not a friendship, if nothing else. Yeah.
I always like to ask because there's always unique answers to that question of some people are like, and not to reference the bozo who wrote this song, but age ain't nothing but a number, and some people truly believe that,
Right.
and I'm like, I'm always like, as long as it's, of course, an adult, a consenting adult, then, I guess real ones will be real ones, Share with us this, Kay, what is your Instagram? Because I definitely want people to be able to slide in your DMs.
Sure. Yeah. It's a Queen K209.
Queen K209.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all talk to Kay. We do have a few more brothers, but unfortunately, it looks like they're a little younger.
Okay.
And I don't even want to waste your time unless you just want a young man to stroke your ego. But you don't need that. You're a queen. You don't. But we thank you, Kay, for tapping in. I love to see real ones coming out. So you were amazing. And we're gonna see what happens. If we have you back, we can definitely aggregate a certain age group.
Okay.
For you. They love the seniors, and then they love, but I'm not forgetting about my Gen Xers, and people in that generation. So you're amazing.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're awesome, Kay. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye. All righty, folks. Here we go. Wow, we've got 300 real ones that are watching right now. What an honor and a privilege. And it's only going to get better from here. So I've got some. I got a lovely lady coming. Okay, so I alternate from week to week. Okay, so I had a younger lady last 2 weeks ago when we were back on the live, right? So we're going to have a younger lady this time, and then next week we're going to switch it to a eligible bachelor that is ready to go. Okay, so my lovely lady just locked in for the win. She is here and ready to go. So I'm going to have her tell you about her because I'm excited. Remember, folks, let me just say the important stuff really quick. Make sure that if you want to see exclusive episodes early, get a membership. Get that Real One membership. Yes, it's pricey, Pointer. You pay for a lot of things that are pricey, folks. So this is directly supporting the Real One journey as we get ready to do something that no other dating show has done, which in July we're doing 20 states. We are going to 20 states. So we're going to be in your state most likely. And if not, we'll be in a neighboring state. So get ready for that. But anyway, this lovely lady is here. I'm not the type to delay Real One connections. Let's see. This lovely lady is here. Claudia, how you doing?
I can't hear. Hold on. My headphones stopped working. So I'm failing. It's loading.
I can hear you. That's great, though. You have a lovely voice. Looks like you're ready to find a real one. Let's see. We'll give her a second. Shout out to my brother, Dan. Dan said, great show, young man. The guests are awesome, too. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for being a real one. We appreciate you for watching. We're going to have a great time. I'm very excited for what is to come right now. So Claudia is about to reload it. I'm seeing some very positive comments. Thank you for those that are loving it. If you really loving it, slip a few bucks so I can get dinner. I'm all about fasting. I'm all about praying, but I prefer to eat sometime. So make sure that you do that. I see some of my brothers are excited for the queen that's here. So help a brother out, help these brothers out as they get ready to find their real one in such a beautiful setting. So Claudia will come back in a minute. Some people want that pop, pop, pop the balloon music video again. So you know what? I think we gonna jam for just a few seconds. Like it ain't 7 yet, so we're a little early. Okay, so let's get to me one of the most iconic music videos known to man. We're just gonna jam for a little. Let's see what we have here. Let's jam really quick.
Our next real one.
There we go. Yeah.
Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. 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 I see the way you are looking at me. Baby, is it true? You like what you see. Got a balloon in your hand, toothpick in the other. I wanna be your man. Call me Zapp and Roger. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 don't pop the balloon. The other girls poppin', they don't feel like you do. I'm feeling a connection. Girl, this must be Bluetooth. Don't go too far, just stay in my sight. Don't break that heart, and everything will be alright. You're here to find love, not to pop a balloon. This is heaven sent from above. Need the key to your heart, no auto-tune. I'll make you smile, bring joy to your life. If you're around for a while, you're gonna be my wife. Don't pop, 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 don't pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 don't pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon.
Don't pop, pop, pop. Let me see if Claudia is ready. Claudia, how's that audio sounding? What's up?
I think it works. I can hear you.
Beautiful. All right. Well, it is 7. I am a very punctual person. Back in my day, they used to call me Punctual Pointer. That's what they called me. Okay. So, Claudia, I'm excited to have you here. You are a real one. Thank you for tapping in. Would you share with these gentlemen, these ladies, these wonderful people all around the world, your name, your age, and what you do?
I'm Claudia. I'm 29 and I'm a patient advocate. So I fight with health insurance companies to make sure they get the treatment that the physician orders, not what the insurance company mandates.
Hey, man. Well, thank you for your service, Claudia. Wow. That's a true blessing. That's a true service. Share with us this, Claudia. What are you looking for in a real one?
A real one, somebody that's like honest, fun, make me laugh, isn't intimidated easily.
Okay. Share with us this, always an important question. What are some of your deal breakers? We call them heartbreakers, red flags. What are things you're not going to tolerate?
Like, I have to get all the attention. Lying's a no-go. And you have to be smart. You do. I'm quick, so you have to be able to keep up with me.
Okay. Very interesting. All right. Well, Claudia, I'm not going to delay it. You do have some gentlemen that have tapped in just for you. Okay. So what I do want you to know before we do it, folks, remember, memberships, bless your boy so I can eat dinner and we can talk about Richmond in depth. There are actually some clips that were not released that I don't really want to show unless, there is some support for it. So make sure you do that. But Claudia is ready. Claudia, we're going to present our first real one. If you do not like what you see, if you don't like what you hear, you can say the word pop, even if you want to sing it in the style of Pointer, pop, 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 and this will come up on the screen. Okay. And that signifies, Claudia, that the real one
Are they going to be mad at me? I have high standards. Are they going to get mad?
I want you. You're a real one. Well, that's why you're here. So no, your standards are your standards. And we never ask anyone to really compromise in terms of stuff that means a lot to them.
Okay.
Like for me, my standard that means a lot.
And you have to like dogs also, because I have Jerome.
Woof, woof. Got a little doggies. Okay. Very good. And then fans, just so you know, if you have a burning question that you want to ask Claudia or the real one that's about to be on screen, why don't you put a little seasoning on your comment? We'll display it on the screen and you'll be able to ask. Okay. But make it a higher denomination, a penny, RIP Lincoln, but that ain't going to pay the bills. All right. Anyway, Claudia, I'm ready for your first real one. Are you ready?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Let's have this gentleman tap in a fan favorite. Let's do it. Mr. Case, how you doing?
What's going on, Pointer? What's going on, Miss Claudia?
My brother.
How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Living the dream.
So happy to have you here, Case. Would you share with Claudia and the world your name, your age, and what you do?
My name is Case. I am 30 years old. Got tripped up there. Forgot that I'm 30 now. And I do a couple things. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a business, like a gag gifts novelty business. And then I'm a professional basketball player. So I'm actually down in Costa Rica playing ball right now.
So you're short.
Yeah, I'm a short guy.
Very good. Now, Case, share with us this. Now, some of our fans remember you, Case. Okay, because you've been a real one for quite some time, and your heart is in the right place. So tell us this: what makes you a real one?
I think I'm a real one, Pointer, because I just tell it how it is. I try and be honest. What I see, I'm gonna say. I think I'm a loyal person. That might be why I haven't had a girlfriend in so long. You know what I mean? Because it's like if there's not somebody that I feel like is worth it, then I'm not even gonna mess with it. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Sounds good. It sounds good. But a man is only as good as his words, so you'd have to prove it.
Gotta back it up for sure. Walk the walk.
Back it up. Won't you back it up? I think Vic Wobble, one bigger one, just back it up. Now, Case, share with us this. What are you looking for in a real one?
I'm looking for somebody that I can have fun with. Obviously there's all the keywords, the loyalty, the honesty, all that stuff. But I'm looking for someone that I can have fun with. I can experience life with, adventure, keep me on my toes, and I'm not going to get bored. Just want to enjoy life and live it to the fullest.
That's a beautiful thing. Okay, in case I'm sure you have some deal breakers. We call them heartbreakers. What are some things you're not going to tolerate?
Yeah. Again, it's kind of those hot button things, but dishonesty. Someone who is, I really don't like big egos. So someone who just has a massive ego and super self-centered. Those are definitely big no-nos for me. And then someone who doesn't take care of themselves. I really value health and fitness, and someone who takes care of themselves, their mind, their body. That's really important.
Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to throw it to the lovely bachelorette, Claudia. Claudia, do you have a question for Case? I see CNC here. Claudia and Case. Any question?
You know, where are you from? I mean, are you like, you don't, I guess not, maybe you don't have to say state. I don't know. I'm in Missouri. Is that close or far?
Oh, wow, you're in Missouri. I've been to Missouri once. I went to Kansas City.
Hated it.
It was not, I mean, you're gonna probably have to come out to California, Claudia, because Missouri, I don't know about that. So
we could talk about it. You could figure out the flight.
You don't look like a classic Missouri girl to me. You're
I'm from Georgia. And I look a lot taller than I am, like on camera for whatever reason. I'm like 5'3", so I'm tiny. Okay. But I've got a big spirit.
I like that. Big spirit. Okay. But to answer your question, I am from California. So
have you always lived there?
No, I've lived all over. So I grew up in California, and then after college, I went to college in California. And then after that, because of playing basketball, I've lived all around the world. So been in a bunch of different countries. I did spend some time on the East Coast, lived in Baltimore for a little bit. But for the most part, California is the home base.
Did you live in other countries playing basketball?
Yeah, exactly.
I lived in France for a year.
Really?
Yes.
You speak French?
So, no parle français.
Okay.
Oui, baby, oui. There could be some we happening here. There could be some connecting. I want to ask a few more questions, right? Because you never know how a real one connection can be established.
Wait, I have one more.
No, do your thing. Absolutely.
Dogs?
Dogs?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I love dogs. I got a little puppy too. What's your dog's name? Did you say Jerome?
It's Jerome, yes. That's his legal name. He works at the medical office I work at.
Jerome works there?
Yeah, he's got a full-time job. He's got to pay bills. You know, half and half.
Does he have a suit half as good as Pointer's?
What'd you say?
Does Jerome wear a suit half as good as
Pointer's? He wears
Pointer's?
a bow tie every single day. He's just naked right now because he wasn't expecting to be on. It changes monthly. Yes, he's very dapper.
Okay. He's just showing it all to the camera today.
Exactly. He was just like, maybe I'll be a bit risky.
You never know. Wow. Dang. Okay. Well, Case, I want to throw it to you. Do you have a question for Claudia?
So you live in Missouri. Is your game plan to stay in Missouri, or would you be moving? Are you just a Midwest girl hanging out?
No. I definitely plan on moving. Where to? I don't know. I definitely want to be near a beach. That's like the goal. Nice. And it really just depends because like with what I'm doing, it's nationwide. So like I travel a lot for work too. Okay. Like towards the end of the year, I'm speaking at a conference. I have like 2 different segments that people will be going to. So like I get to travel, but also like I want to get out of Missouri because kind of Missouri people aren't the nicest. Because I'm a little Georgia peach. So
she said some of the people in Missouri aren't really the kindest.
No, they don't get my humor either. I'm a funny gal if you can get me. You just got to be smart enough.
Okay.
Are you smart enough, Case? Are you smart enough?
Hey, Claudia's going to have to find out.
All right. Well, I'm not the type to delay real one connections. I can ask a few more questions. This is really an essential, really. In this format, it can be kind of tough to establish a first date. Case as the man. What do you think you would do to, hook up a first date with Claudia?
Shoot. I mean, obviously I'm down in Costa Rica right now playing ball. She's in Missouri. So we probably need to exchange information, get talking a little bit. And then, I mean, depending on how good the connection is and how adventurous Claudia is, she would have to either come to Costa or
I was going to say, I'm spontaneous. I'll come to Costa. That's a vacation.
I love that. I'm super spontaneous too.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I got, maybe one more question, maybe. My one more question for both of you is: are there any final questions?
You got anything, Claudia?
I have nothing. I have nothing.
I got one for you, Pointer.
Okay, what you got?
My first time meeting you, you promised me your sister. If I take a date out with Claudia, will you promise not to tell your sister?
That's a big deal breaker for me.
Wait.
I'm kidding.
Claudia, that is a joke. That is a joke.
Claudia, that's a test on your sense of humor, Claudia. Come on now.
Case and I go way back, and he's a real
Loyalty.
one, so I've always done my best to try to hook him up with a real one. So don't take that serious. He would be all eyes on you.
You don't have to defend him.
That's my boy, man. We go way back. Okay, well, do both of you believe this could be a real one connection?
I wouldn't mind.
We could like talk.
Yeah, it could be. A lot of people think I'm asking,
Like if you were to propose, I'd be like,
give it a week.
what's supposed to like?
A week at least, yeah.
A week at least.
I mean,
Of course. But it
2
could
hours,
be.
2 hours, and
could
then we
be.
can have it planned.
So both of you say yes. Could be.
Does Jerome say yes? What's Jerome?
Jerome, show us. So, Jerome, I think Jerome is, yeah. I saw a little nod there. So I want the fans, comments, clap it up, because we're going to do a little look at this. Look at this. Wow. Pop the balloon. She didn't pop. See, we upgraded from last time, y'all. We upgraded. Okay, well, Claudia and Case, I am going to send you each other's information. I don't really want you to say it to the whole wide world, because then Claudia, other brothers will be sliding in your DMs in Case has to start swinging. So I will send that info to you separately, and then y'all will connect CNC.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for tapping in with a real one, real time. Congratulations, folks. You did it. You got your real one connection, and we love to see
Appreciate you, Pointer. Claudia,
You're awesome. I told you, Case, you hang around long
So
enough.
special, so
you go to
special.
the
I can't
barbershop
wait for the
long
wedding.
enough, you're going to end up getting a cut, So
Yeah.
we appreciate it. All right. Thank you both. Y'all are amazing.
Much
That's
appreciated.
a real one. Beautiful. All right. Very good. Wow. See what we do, folks. See what we do. Let me just play a little bit more of this song. The vocals, the talent and the skill of that guy is really remarkable. Okay, well, wow. Case and Claudia did it. We have another lovely bachelorette that is looking for a real one. Okay, looking for a real one. So I'm going to invite her into this sacred space. I do want to say before we get to popping and dropping, make sure we have memberships. I want to see more people. You can actually donate memberships too to people that are looking for a membership, which is insane, right? Thank you, YouTube. So make sure that you maybe treat somebody to a membership, get yourself a membership, and tap in for the win. Okay, but this lovely lady is ready to rock, and I'm so excited. Let's have her tap in. Sky, are you ready? Wonderful. Let's have her tap in. Sky, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for tapping in. Would you share with the world your name, your age, and what you do?
Yes, my name is Sky. I'm 30 years old and I am a dance teacher day by day. And then I'm also a performing artist. So I sing, dance, and act and model as well.
Beautiful. Okay. Share with us this, Sky. What makes you a real one?
I'm like, you want stories or I would say the primary thing for me, because I am a Christian, is my faithfulness to God and my yes, my spiritual beliefs. And I would say that's the biggest thing that makes me a real one.
Yeah. Well, I totally agree. Yeah, you can't get any more real than that, because you know where you're going when you leave here. Hallelujah. Now tell us this. What are you looking for? What are you looking for in a real one?
Yeah, I would definitely say the same thing. So someone that's faith-based, primarily not necessarily has to go to church every weekend or anything like that, but has a relationship with Christ and is like a spiritual person. So that's the primary thing. I'm also, because I dance, and I've also been just really fit my whole life. So someone that enjoys fitness and exercise. Like I love to do active things and outdoor stuff. So that would be great. And besides that, I mean, like kind of all the characteristics that comes with someone that is like a Christian man. So loyalty, empathy, kindness, and preferably, I don't have the strongest preferences with specific things, but I do feel like one of the biggest highlights of my life is that I feel like I've held on to my childlike joy. And so it's like someone that also appreciates the small things and can provide their own joy, and hopefully I can, help that add to it.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, thank you for that. The thorough answer, and it totally resonates with real ones. So you do have some brethren that have come out to, talk to a real one named Sky. But before we do that, Sky, what are some of your, you kind of maybe alluded to it, but some of your heartbreakers, deal breakers, red flags? What are some things you're not going to tolerate? Maybe give us two, three.
Definitely like lifestyle wise, smoking, cigarettes, can't do it.
What about devil's lettuce?
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, devil's lettuce is okay.
Yeah, not like every day, like not
Snoop Dogg. Smoke weed
not
every day.
habitually, I guess, but like every once in a while, whatever is fine to me.
Okay. Now, what about some of Grandpa's cough medicine?
Oh, are you talking like what is it called? Like Slizzard?
well, some say candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. So are you okay with a person that does a little drinky drink?
Oh, okay. You said cough medicine, so I was like,
Well, Grandpa, that's some people understand that Dumb and Dumber reference.
Okay.
But,
yeah. Again, fine. Alcohol is fine. I drink a little bit, not really hard alcohol, but every once in a while, like if I'm on vacation, I'll drink or things like that. So, as long as it's not like every day having 2+ drinks,
Okay. Well, I don't want to delay it any longer. You have some real ones that are here. Now, this gentleman has been on the show before. He's one of my favorites. I always try to look out for him. Some fans really love him and they want to see him connect. So I'm going to have him enter into this place of grace and see what happens. So let's go for it. My brother. He put a little extra on his name. Wait, what is that? Anyway, brother, how you doing?
Doing good, boss. How you doing?
Wonderful. Would you share with this lovely queen and your world audience your name, your age, and what you do?
So my name is Daryl. I'm 28. Emphasize again, 28. I'm originally from Dover, Delaware, but I've been living in California for about 7 years. I'm in retail. I also do a little bit of acting and singing. I took it to church last episode. But yeah.
Very good. Okay. And Sky, just for reference, where are you located?
California.
Oh, okay. Wow. What area? Because California, third largest state. Where in California?
Yeah. Bay Area.
Oh, Bay. Okay. To the Bay. Okay. Daryl, what makes you a real one?
Again, honesty, loyalty, just being able to be that person to give, my queen that undivided attention. Just making sure that, transparency is always good. I believe every woman is looking for somebody who can be honest, truthful, but at the same time have that good communication. So, yeah.
Okay. And what are you looking for in a real one?
Again, the same thing that I'm trying to provide, which is just loyalty, honesty, transparency. Somebody who, can be with me through the good and the bad at the same time, find peace, but most importantly, just support at the same time.
Okay. Some very interesting comments. Remember, folks, if you want your comment across the screen, add a little seasoning to it, like $5 seasoning or $10 seasoning. Now, before I'm going to have Sky ask some questions, but before that, Daryl, what are some of your heartbreakers, deal breakers, red flags?
You can't be a liar. I've said it time and time again. Lying is just a big thing for me. One thing I've been taught is when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. So.
Okay. I'm going to throw it to the lovely bachelorette. Sky, do you have any questions for this real one?
Where'd you say you were from, or where do you live now?
I'm originally from Delaware, which is on the East Coast, but I've been living in California for about 7 years now.
Oh, okay. And what part of California?
I'm in South Central, like near Inglewood area, like SoFi Stadium and Toadome, on that area. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Sky, do you have another question? I can do my job a little more, of course. Like I said, if you say the word pop, and depending on the context, but yeah, then I gotta throw up the pop. So do you have a question for him?
Okay. What's your spiritual life like?
I grew up as a Christian. My mom and dad are ministers, so always been a Christian. Grew up praise and worship team, playing drums, piano, singing. If it's dealt with church, that's where I was at 9 times out of 10. So, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. Let me do my job a little more then. Daryl, in terms of this very unique format, what would you do to initiate a first date, even if it's virtual, first date with this lovely lady? What would that look like?
You said you're in the Bay Area, correct? So that's about like maybe 3-4 hours.
Maybe a little
That
more.
is 7 hours.
Yeah, about to say 6.5, 7.
If I fly, that's what? It's like a couple
Like
hours?
an hour.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'd take that initiative, take that first step, fly out there. I haven't been to the Bay Area yet, so that's somewhere that's on my bucket list. I am a Warriors fan, so I gotta go out there. I love me some Stephen Curry. I love him. Went to go out there and visit like the Full House area where they used to film at. So I'm a big movie junkie, TV junkie. So definitely fly out there for you. Definitely.
Wow. Sky, how does that sound in terms of initiative and intentionality?
Personal tour guide.
Yeah, I actually really like touring people around, but good. Yeah, as long as we would get to know each other more, obviously, and as long as we connect and all that. Yeah,
it's definitely
very good. Okay. Let me see if Daryl has a question for Sky.
Ooh, okay. In terms of sports, are you into any sports at all besides basketball or anything like that?
Not really. Like, I'll play, like, I love playing sports. I love any kind of physical activity. So I'll like play basketball, play football or whatever, throw around a football. But in terms of like watching sports, like my roommate likes baseball and I'll be like, I'll gravitate towards whatever people show interest in, but I'll be like, oh, I'll come in the like 8th, 9th inning, or I'll come in the last quarter and check it out. Because it's like not really my thing. If I was like in a committed relationship and my partner was super into it, I'd definitely like, get more into it. But personally, just not my thing. Yeah.
What do you like to do?
So many things.
Well, I heard you do. I heard you're a musician, so I mean that's a connection right there. I sing.
Yeah.
I see you got a guitar in the back. You probably play. So.
Yeah. So singing, dancing. I'm a dance teacher and I love dancing, like all forms of dance. So I'll go social dancing sometimes too. Yeah, writing music, playing music. And then I love hiking. I live in a beautiful area. So I'm hiking, try to hike like once a week, especially in the summer when it's nice. What else? Spend time with my family, go to church. Lately I've been sewing a bit more. So yeah, and I do like to cook and I like to bake. I feel like in the summer I do that stuff a little bit more because I have more time. But yeah, chase my dreams, pray, like
gotta pray. Faith without works is dead. You gotta pray.
Yeah.
That's right. We do have a question from a person who put a little seasoning on it. Thank you, Peter. Peter has a question for Sky. Sky, do you want a man of steel or do you want a man that's real? Hashtag Daryl is the man. That's what Peter is saying. And Peter, I don't disagree. So what do you think, Sky? Do you want a man of steel or a man that's real?
I'm like, what does he mean by that?
Peter, if you want to add a little more seasoning and explain that.
Real sounds great. Yeah, Man of Steel sounds kind of hard.
Yeah, no pun intended. But it could be when you think of Superman being the man of steel, and maybe Superman checking off all the boxes except for his slight schizophrenia. But it could be a beautiful thing to have both in what could be Daryl. So I don't like delaying connections. I want to see where your head is at, Sky. Do you have essential you'd like to ask? I know that Daryl put in his name something about short. I think it might be Short King Champion.
You already know.
Sky breaks some people's hearts. Do you have, a height requirement? Do you know?
Not like a strict one, but I definitely would prefer my partner be taller than I am. So how tall are you?
Not taller than you. Promise you that. It's 5'5".
Okay. Yeah, I'm 5'6". So.
Would that be something you'd pop over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Told you.
All right.
It's always the shortness.
All right. I mean, I'm telling you, the Short King edition is coming, my brother. The Short King edition is
yeah. And it's like, it's not, if you were here and we were like meeting in person, that would be a different story. I'd definitely be more open to that. But like, with the distance,
Dogs change things. Dogs change things. You know, you'd be going one direction. But, okay, we have other brothers waiting. But Daryl, my Short King champion, you are a real one. We even have some fans shouting you out. They love you. They appreciate you, Daryl, for coming out. Share your Instagram, Daryl, just so they can follow you and check you out.
It's gonna be at _real_Daryl. Check me out for sure. And I definitely will be back. Pointer 6 times charm. 6
We ain't gonna
times.
stop. Look, Case
I
has
don't
been
ever
on
stop.
for years, and Case got a real one tonight. So I'm looking out for you. You know I got you.
Most definitely.
All right. You the man.
All right,
Thank
boss.
you so much. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Sky, we're moving right along. We have a few more real ones. But like you said, it would have to line up in terms of you dating maybe a shorter king. It would really have to be.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking
Like
for.
preferably in the area, you know, I live, like it would just make more sense.
Yeah, in your neck of the Bay Woods. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see something. I'm probably gonna kick. Oh, I don't want to. You know, I'm all about forgiveness. We have someone that is here for you, Sky, perhaps, and I like to give people a chance, but I'm probably not going to let this go through for very long. I see a person here who has a history on this show. Eric, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. I had a couple of problems trying to like log in. I'm having to do this from my car because just going through some lodging things right now, but I'm okay.
Now you were on the show before. I don't know if I should have you. It kind of ended kind of bitterly, but I remember off camera. No fans know this, but I kind of tried to reason with you about what happened. Do you have any feelings towards what happened previously? And Sky, sorry, but on the show, I shouldn't have him here. He kind of reacted in some ways that he shouldn't have with some guests. So I don't.
Well, I mean, it's no need to like say it like that, but I mean, I had some differing opinions that like shouldn't have been said, I guess, in front of the more female eardrum, and I do apologize about that, Mr. Pointer. Like Sky, yeah, I do apologize, for that. But when you like, she said some things that kind of hurt my feelings, and it just kind of sent me over an edge. But I'm okay now.
Okay, I don't want to, take up Sky's time with someone that may not be best for her. Sky, you seem like a forgiving person. You're not familiar. Did you, by chance, it did go viral? Did you see this person before, or
no?
Okay. Well, I don't want to bring up dead things. Okay, Eric, just really quick. Okay, share your name, your age, what you do. Maybe we can just see what happens.
Oh, I'm Eric. I don't wish to disclose my age, but I'm old enough. And if like we discussed on the last episode, I'm a parkour expert. I'm the greatest there is. Like I'm all about hiking, and I'm currently hopping around from place to place right now. But I got my spots. I love to go hiking, and I could scale anything. Give me a building, give me a wall, climb that motherfucker, man. I'm good.
Okay, let's watch our language. We're on live. That could get us in some trouble. Share with us.
Am I a child? Like,
okay, Eric, if you're not,
is this like,
okay, if you're not going to follow instructions, we might have to. Okay, so just share this as we have another gentleman waiting. Maybe we'll have what makes you a real one without any expletives or anything.
Well, how many times gotta say it? Like, I'm a parkour legend, and I'm amazing at that. And like, you think Spider-Man's cool, man? I'm cooler than that guy, man. I could climb anything, man. I'm just the best guy in the world, man. Like, when it comes to parkour stuff, I admit I do have my problems, do have my flaws, but parkour, you can't really say I'm flawed there. Pretty much perfect in that regard.
Guy, do you have any questions for this gentleman?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Are you?
Well, you seem pretty hot. I mean, like, you seem pretty nice.
I do want to honor this comment really quick. This is in regards to our last gentleman, but oh no, Short Kings are the bomb, and Daryl is such a sweetheart. I would agree, maybe more than this individual here, but thank you though. So what are you thinking, Sky? Do you have any questions for him, or do you want to pop?
I guess I'll pop just because
Okay.
I don't know what happened like before, but it kind of already started
Well,
off.
all I'm gonna say is fuck you then.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
Probably
We have
shouldn't
another
have.
gentleman here. We'll just keep expediting forward. You never know what you're going to get. Anyway, thank you, Sky. We have a real one who's been waiting. I'm sure this will go better. Gentlemen, Moses, how you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
You are the man. Thank you for tapping in. Would you share with this lovely lady in the world your name, your age, and what you do?
Yes, my name is Moses. I'm 34 and I'm a farrier. I raise corgis and I drive an escort vehicle for oversized loads.
Ooh, very good. Okay, a working man.
I'm not a hardcore master though. I'm sorry.
I think Sky's okay with parkour not being there. And I do apologize, fans. Yeah, I don't know what people are going to say. I can't, predict the future. Anyway, Moses is here. Sky is here. So Moses, just for maybe Sky's wondering, I'm wondering, where are you located?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay. Share with us this, Moses. What makes you a real one?
I'm honest, hardworking, extremely driven. If I'm not always like moving in a positive trajectory, I don't like being stagnant. I always want to feel like I'm bettering myself or bettering someone, just trying to keep doing something positive.
Beautiful. Okay. And what are you looking for in a real one?
I'm basically looking for someone with similar mindset as myself. Basically, I'd like someone to kind of basically be with me. We could lift each other up, basically like just push each other to be the best version of ourselves that we could possibly be.
Beautiful. Okay. Do you have any deal breakers? We call them heartbreakers. Anything that you would pop over?
If someone doesn't have any ambition or no desire to basically move out of whatever position they're in, better. Fitness is important to me as well. I want someone that cares about their physical fitness, their appearance, their health overall, because if you don't care about that, then you're probably not going to care about other people anyway. So
very true. Very true. Okay. I want to throw it maybe to Sky. Sky, do you have a general question you'd like to ask this gentleman?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, my first question is always like, what's your spiritual background?
Valid question.
So my stepdad is actually the preacher at a cowboy church. So
what's a cowboy?
It's a Christian church, but everyone dresses country. I mean, boots and cowboy hats and that sort of thing. But they still, it's all the same value. It's still Christianity. It's just with a country twist on it, I guess you'd say.
Okay. Now you said that's your dad's church, but are those your values? You hold those Christian values?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's good news for Sky, maybe. Sky, do you have another question? I can do my job. How are you feeling?
Good. Yeah. I mean, hobbies, like what are your hobbies? What's the thing that drives you, your favorite things to do, that kind of stuff?
Right now I've been into building chairs. So I've been getting into woodworking. I also co-host a podcast, so I stay busy with that kind of stuff as well. I'm into medieval history. I don't know. I have a wide variety of interests.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, okay. No, Sky, ask your question.
Okay. I was just going to ask about if you have kids, do you want kids, all that?
I don't have any children, but I would like to have some. I just haven't found the right woman, but I would like to one day have children.
Okay. I'll do my job a little. Moses, what would you say your love language is?
Definitely physical. Like I like to I show my affection through physical love, I guess you would say.
Okay. And Sky, I didn't ask you yet. What's your love language?
I have a hard time with that because I'm like, they all are great. I would say, I guess like acts of service.
Okay.
If I had to pick one, but honestly, pretty much all of them are fun. Time spent together. Yeah. But yeah, they're all good. I was gonna ask something. Oh, physical touch. Does that, because I'm like Christian, like by the book, so I'm waiting till marriage. So what is your opinion about that with physical intimacy.
So I don't necessarily mean like that physical. I just mean like in general, as far as like hand holding, hugging, like cuddling in bed, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Okay. Does that work for you, Sky?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's important to go by the book. You know, the best book. People call it the good book, but it's really the best book to determine your destination, up or down. Okay. Well, I want to see, you know, if a connection can be established. I don't like to rush things too much. I'm going to throw it to Moses. Moses, do you have a question for Sky?
Have you ever been out of the country?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Where'd you go, Sky?
Mexico, Dominican Republic, and then recently Colombia.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Moses? Have you got your passport?
Yes. I've been to 42 countries, I believe. I was in the military for 8 years, so I traveled all over the world. And then after that, I also like to just travel out of country for vacations and stuff as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. Okay. Well, then. Well, let me see if there's any more burning questions. Sky, how are you feeling?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I do want to mention the distance, because this show is about bringing people. You never know how a connection can be established. You know, some people automatically want to pop over a distance problem, but I'm like, you never know how God may direct, you know, people to meet. You know, your partner right now could be, your future one could be in Africa. You know, they could be in Asia. They could be in Latvia or Lithuania, you know, so I never want to pop over that. So, Sky, how are you feeling about Moses being in Texas?
Okay. I do have a brother in Texas, so, and my friend lives down there. She just got engaged. What city do you live in?
I'm in East Texas. It's a smaller town. It's in between Dallas and Houston.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother lives in Dallas, and then my friend lives in Austin. So yeah, it's not necessarily like a deal breaker, but you know, what are your life plans? Do you plan on staying in Texas? Are you open to living elsewhere? Or what's that like?
I like living in Texas, but at the same time, I'm totally open to living somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I pretty much love where I live. Like, I really do love where I live. I am open to, you know, checking out other places. But yeah, I feel like I live in probably one of the most beautiful places in the world. So I'm pretty keen on trying to stay here. But I would relocate for love. Yeah, if it worked out and I found opportunity out here, yeah.
Okay. I do have to honor anytime someone adds some seasoning to a comment. Cheryl says, Sky, give Daryl a chance. That's what Cheryl said, you know. So Moses is here now, so I don't know how to handle that, you know. We do heart transplants. Some people pop and then they want a heart back, but you know, that's not what I'm aiming for right now. I'm just aiming for wherever Sky's heart is leading her. Wherever Sky's heart is leading her, that's what I wanted to do. So, Moses, do you have kind of a final question for Sky before I ask more of a final question?
I would like to know, what are your thoughts on children? Do you want some? Do you have some?
Yeah, I love kids. I'm a dance teacher, so I teach a lot of kids classes. And yeah, so I love kids so much. Always wanted kids. Kind of thought I'd be having kids by now, but you know,
another feeling.
God's plan. So yeah, I don't have any kids, and I would love kids.
Awesome. That's beautiful. How many in today's society and culture, Sky and Moses both answer, how many would you want?
I'm thinking, depends on, you know, like quality of life for both me and my partner, like what we're trying to achieve. But yeah, in my head, I'm like 2 to 4. So maybe a big family.
Okay. Beautiful. And Moses, what about you?
I've got the traditional idea in my head. I would like to have a son first and then a daughter, if, you know, ideally, but yeah, two, and then maybe, you know, if, like you say, if everything makes financial sense and it's able to happen, then yeah, more.
Okay. Well, okay. I don't like delaying connections. So if there's no final questions between you two, I kind of want to ask, could it be a real one connection? And fans know when I ask that, I'm not saying, do you want to get married right now? I'm not saying, are you ready to fly out? I'm just saying, could it be a time where y'all exchange information and talk? So I'll start with Moses. Moses, do you think it could be a real one connection?
I think I would definitely like to talk to Sky and get to know her better.
Right. Okay. And Sky, what about you? Do you think it could be a real one connection?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, okay. Well, let's clap it up in the comments because that's a real one connection. I'll do a little dance. Pop, pop, pop. You didn't pop, 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 and that's a beautiful thing. Well, okay, so what I'm going to do as soon as this live show is done, I'm going to send you each other's information, even just email and things like that, and then y'all can connect. That's a beautiful thing. Wow, that's a great thing. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Moses.
Thank you.
Y'all are amazing.
So,
okay.
Hey, your outfit, is that a wig? Are you wearing a wig or is that how your hair is?
Are you asking Moses?
No, I'm asking you.
No, it's not. It's not a wig, as the fans know who've seen me on other programs. This is Pointer is all natural in every way. Yeah, yeah. But anyway,
I feel underdressed because you look amazing. Look at your
no. Oh no, you're never underdressed. This is the whole point of the show. You know, I thank you, Moses, for keeping it real where you are. Sky, thank you for keeping it real. I want people to be comfortable where they are.
I see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's a beautiful thing. But no, wow, thank you for asking. No,
your comfort stage is great.
Yeah. You know how we do. Yeah. But wow, Sky and Moses, I am so happy we got a real one connection. Y'all are amazing. So I'm gonna exchange that information in a moment.
Cool.
Okay, y'all are awesome. Sky, both of you share your Instagrams. Not that now, I don't want other people sliding in y'all DMs because, but just in case someone wants to say, Moses, how'd you get that hair, bro? So Moses, share your Instagram.
It's the username @MosesWartooth.
Beautiful. Okay. And then Sky, share yours.
Mine's sky.palace.
Sky.palace. Okay, beautiful. All right, y'all follow these wonderful people, tap in with them, see what they're all about, and I'm sure it'll be a beautiful thing. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Moses. Y'all are amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one, folks. Y'all are the best of the best. All right, well, Tiffany just sent a nice little message. Tiffany, I appreciate you. Okay, you are a real one. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Someone actually tapped back in. I don't know if they wanted to share a little more. But it's okay. The camera might be off or something. We have more people that want to connect. But folks, our time is kind of spent. But I did want to do a little more talking, just a little bit. So fans, let me know what you're thinking. We definitely want to do this more, right? But we definitely need you to support, right? So like I said, we got to mention those memberships again. Those memberships are killer. That will get you early access to some of our best episodes. Okay, like I said, we're doing 20 states. In about a month, right? So you're going to get those episodes before the world does, months before the world does. Okay, so I want you to check those out. We have episodes in our arsenal already. And once again, hey, I still want to talk more about Richmond. I want to do a whole kind of reaction because Pointer keeps it classy. I keep it professional when I'm, in the zone. But think about it. Y'all don't know what's going on up here. Sometimes I got to tell the editor, crop that so they don't see my reaction because I'm not trying to be disrespectful to a man with 9 kids by 9 different women. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I keeps it clean when Pointer's on the scene. Okay. Now, my man Daryl, did you have more you want to say? Did you want to shout out a few more things? He may want to. Let's see. He's back. How you feeling? How you feeling, my brother?
I always feel good, man. Always feel good, man. I'm just waiting for that Short King edition, man.
We're waiting on it. And I'm glad you're in the right area, to come to the studio and do that thing. So tell us, Daryl, just a little bit more as I'm about to close out. But has it been a struggle for you for many years being a Short King?
Oh, man. It's been since high school. Like, it's always been that. I mean, as you would say, I'm vertically challenged. Maybe I might need them heels, like you said. I might need those. But no, like I said again, I mean, it is what it is. I don't fret. I don't, get mad or upset like the last guy that was on here did. But you know, it has been a struggle. But you know, it is what it is. I can't change who I am. I am who I am. If people can't accept me for who I am, then that's just what it is.
Truly, truly. I do have to mention it because some have mentioned it. I've mentioned it. There is this crazy thing they're doing called Negro surgery. And it's not
I know. I
just
should get it. I should get it. Yeah.
I mean, no, but I'm like, you're comfortable how you are? Is that correct?
Oh,
You're
yeah, most
comfortable?
definitely. I love who I am.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
perfect.
God didn't
Fine.
make a mistake. He does not make mistakes. So you are the way you
I'm
are.
playing.
You know, I mean, no, I mean, you got to think there are. I truly believe the reason we do this is, I believe there's a someone for everyone. I genuinely believe that. So it is not always easy. You know, I'm not going to pull the Bible out, but he who finds a wife finds a good thing. But you got to find her.
Exactly.
You got to find her. A lot of the times, the implication and connotation of the word "find" doesn't mean it's right in your face. You know, sometimes you gotta do a little digging. You know, sometimes
True
you gotta
that.
search it. So
True that. True that.
you know,
The
so
whole
I'm
thing with the digging thing, though, like I don't do the chasing. I don't chase nobody. Like if you see me, you see me. You don't see me, you don't see me. I don't do the digging. I've done enough digging. I'm cool. Like it's to the point where I just kind of like let go and let God. So if it falls in my hands, it falls in my hands. If it doesn't, it just doesn't. You know.
I think you're making a great point though, because there's a difference between chasing and pursuing, right? So if you see a queen, you know, and many ladies, as they should, they know their worth, as you do, right? But she may not. You know, you got to do the Michael Jackson, you knocked me off my feet, baby. She may not. Now, I'm not saying you got to run like she did in the whole music video. Michael got in the limo with her, but I'm like, you still got to, you know, you got to pursue. So in your journey, make sure that you know, as Pointer gives you some points, you know, make sure you're not like, hey, if you don't like me, hey, if you ain't looking like, no, you sometimes gotta, you got some game. My boy Daryl got the game.
You know, like I said again, the game never changes. The person does. So
that's right. Well, I do see a comment here, a very interesting one that says, I want him. And that's from one of my favorite real ones, right? So, Daryl, share that Instagram again. You never know what may happen. Share that IG.
It's at the THE_real REAL _DARREL.
Beautiful. Okay. So, anybody that is, you know, trying to slide in Daryl's DMs, you have his permission. I'm assuming, as long as you know, are a real one, a real lady, you know. I don't think he's on the DL. But okay, I'm sorry. I don't
No.
But I'm just looking out for my brother.
Just to be clear, like with the real one, like I'm one of those ones. I don't date to date. I'm just like Sky. I'm into the courting, getting to know people. So it's not like I'm just here for like a one night stand. No, you have to be in line with those standards. My standards are very high because you know, I've worked my way from the bottom, worked my way up to where I am now. So I definitely have to keep that standard where it is. So
yeah,
if you're just looking for a sugar daddy, you're looking for the wrong person.
I understand. No, we ain't gonna do that. No,
I'm not a Chase. I'm not an ATM. I'm not an Airbnb. I'm not a limo service. None of that. So if that's you, then you know you might just get blocked.
Last thing is a few fans may want to know. You were on that very special edition with Energy Goddess. Okay. And she was dissing Delaware, it appeared, and you know, some popping happened. Tell us your thoughts on that experience.
Honestly, I knew from the beginning, like I told the guys, I was like, I guarantee I'll be the first one to get my balloon popped. I told them that from the beginning. I knew it was gonna come. But she did tell me, she was like, I guess it was some girl that was off of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I guess they got into it, and she was from Delaware, and you know, it was kind of like shade. I'm like, so you pop because of a female that I don't even know. I don't think I got the proper chance, but you know, like I said again, some people just aren't always who they seem to be. Not saying that she wasn't. I'm not trying to start no beef or anything like that.
Right.
But I feel like a little more understanding would have been great. But it is what it is. She's a very beautiful woman. She definitely has a lot going for her. And the guy that I guess she partnered with, you know, I've been in talks with him too. I guess everything's cool. So, but yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of the guys from the show. So, but yeah.
Very good. We do have, okay, I'm going to just shout out one more person that's giving Daryl some love. You got some people that are ready to, you know, hey, Daryl, I'm telling you, a real one going to help you. And then we saw, wait, I saw another good one. Oh, we got your back. Thank you, Peter. You are a real one. Thank you for your support, for real. We got your back, Daryl. So, you know, like I say, if you stay around the barbershop long enough, you're going to end up getting a cut. You know, so
actually, I might come in with a new haircut for the next time I come in.
Okay, that's where King Edition is coming.
That's so, you know, trying to get there.
You're amazing. Well, Daryl, I'm gonna have you sign off, but you're amazing. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
all you guys, and definitely continue to support this man. He definitely does a good thing. He definitely does good. So
you're a real one. Thank you so much, Daryl. All right, we'll talk to you, my brother.
have a good one, guys.
All right. Well, folks, we are almost at the mark where we have to say we'll see you next time. But I do want to mention something. I mean, there's too much to mention. Let me see what the fans want in the comments. Tell me really quick. Is there something pressing that you need Pointer to address? I can't talk about Richmond too much. I'm a man of my word. I definitely wanted to get a little more support, you know. But I love y'all. Everyone that supported, thank you for real. Even just watching, thank you. Obviously, you're a real one. And as we continue to grow and glow, we did get a higher number of viewers this episode than the last one. So that's what we do. We grow. We want to reach people all around the world. So we thank you so much. But is there something pressing? I saw a great comment that I can't see now, but it was there. And, you know, I wanted, I wanted to address it, but now I can't remember. There's a lot of comments coming through, but I appreciate y'all for real for tapping in. We got some real win connections today, and that is a beautiful thing. So what I need you to do is like this video. If you didn't like it yet, like it right now. Like it again for the win. Well, don't like it twice because then it unlikes the like. So like it once, wait till it turns, that darker color, and do that thing. But yes, thank you, folks. It was an adventure. I will redeem myself from the Richmond episode tomorrow. You ain't gonna be disappointed. You ain't go. Those are real ones. Atlanta is great. I see this. This is a great question, actually. Thank you, TF. Will the next tour be live for people to attend and buy tickets? That's something we plan to do first in Los Angeles. So that's coming. We got so many surprises coming this year, but that's one of the surprises I just revealed because you asked it, TF. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we have a live show coming. We already have people ready to fly out to Los Angeles to be in the presence of real ones, popping and dropping and things like that. So it's amazing, and I'm looking forward to that so much. You know what? Ladima McMore, you're amazing because that's already. Well, our members are about to get exclusive access to that. We did shoot a Stallion edition, but I'm spoiling stuff, man. I'm being not the best, but Steve loves me. Steve, I love you back. Thank you. I do my best. I work with what I can do. Oh man, we got some people that are prophesying what we already had in the works. Get ready for June. In the comments, somebody tell me what's June all about. Somebody in the comment, tell me what do we celebrate in June. Let me see. I'm looking at the comments to see if somebody is a critical thinker or if they're just simply aware of what happens in June. June. Anybody know what happens in June? I don't know. Maybe they don't. Okay, I don't see the commenters, talking about what happens in June. But thank you. Yes, indeed. So that's coming too, because we celebrated Cinco de Mayo. Mariachi band was popping, but just know that just know Wakanda forever. Okay, so just know that we have something great planned for next month too. But I'm gonna leave it at that. We ain't gonna do too much. Wow. Okay, I see some great ones. Dang, and Father's Day. Yes, we actually have an episode planned. I'm spoiling too much. Anyway, y'all are amazing. I thank you so much for viewing tonight. Get ready for tomorrow's episode. It's gonna be a great one that'll drop in the 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock hour Pacific Standard. And you are real ones. Let's end out with that song that you love so much. I would get up and dance, but of course, the pants are a little tight. Just know that when we pop.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop the balloon. Don't pop, pop, pop. Don't pop the balloon.
Okay. Okay, you know what? Last question. Okay, just because I love y'all so much. Y'all are the greatest of the greatest. Okay, there it goes. Someone asked, and I wanted to address it. Where is it? Oh my gosh, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I believe Monica, you're a real one. Thank you for commenting that. Some of you remember, comment if you remember one of the greatest programs that was there, House of Seniors. It was revolutionary. Nothing like it had been done. But a lot of people didn't watch it. We have fans that are literally subscribed that did not watch it. So if you personally, and this is what I always say, I'm like, you could tell someone to watch, just be like, hey, wow, Pointer dropped some heat. Pointer dropped some fire. That House of Seniors was elite, and some of your favorites were there. I got to shout out my man Jano. Jano was there, and you'd be surprised what happens with Jano on episode 2 of House of Seniors. So don't forget it. It's pinned on our channel. I loved it. It was a great experience. We plan to do it again with some of the newer season souls that you've seen. I love Linda. I'd love Linda to be there, right? So I really enjoyed that House of Seniors edition. And it was great. Okay. So anyway, folks, you're amazing. You are real ones. Thank you so much. I'd show you a sneak peek of something, but I've already spoiled enough for the night. So thank you. If you feel like you want me to eat dinner, that Cash App is there, and it would appreciate it. But hey, I'll fast and pray. So either way, Pointer's going to be okay. Let me see. Oh, Rennie hooking me up. I love you, Rennie. Thank you. Are you going to ask about drinkers as deal breaker? Rennie, that's a very important one. And sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. If you look at the trajectory that the show has taken, I'll ask about grandpa's cough medicine. I'll ask about heavy drinking. And a lot of people, they're so comfortable with it. It went viral. If you remember on the Atlanta episode, one of my favorites, actually, the young lady that was in Atlanta stated that she's going to get a margarita every single time. Some of you remember that. Comment if you remember that. She said, I'm getting my margarita, right? And there was a little friction, but that couple ended up matching, right? So you never know how real ones are going to connect. You really never know. Peter asked a great question. How do we subscribe? There is a subscribe button. Peter, you're a real one. You already subscribed. But anyone that wants to join our memberships, you can go on our channel and there's a little button that says join, a blue button that says join. There are different membership tiers. If you want exclusive access to those to those episodes that you haven't seen yet, why don't you join the Real One membership? It's a great opportunity. We have a bunch of people that have already signed up for it, and they're getting those episodes early, and we keep putting them out better than that company that should have gave us live, Netflix. But anyway, wow, you are, don't pop. We need to play the music video. Wow, goodness gracious. Don't pop. I'll start singing. Remix is coming. Don't want to spoil it, but I'm super excited about what's coming with the membership and things like that. Okay. Y'all are amazing. I want to go till 8. Let me see if we have any more pressing questions. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Green Pastures. You're totally right. We had our first live show about 2 weeks ago. It was fantastic. The fans loved it. It was wild. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Who can I turn to? There it goes. $, the last talk show. If you're going to, support $, the last talk show. And that's what people need to understand. We started as a talk show. If you go back on our channel long enough, we've been doing this for a minute, folks, but helping people find love was something that came pressing upon Pointer's heart, as I'm all about helping people find their real one. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's a great thing. I see some people excited, care about. See, I'm gonna shout her out again because she and ready to slide in Daryl's DMs. Right. So I'm hoping for the best, and he's willing to travel. So no matter where you are, Caramel or ladies in general, that man is, pretty intentional, which is how it could be. Now, Marcus asked a question, and some of these people should be paying for these questions, but I love Marcus. So, we're going to let him slide. This is why I wanted people to hook me up on Cash App a little, because this is a very, very valid question. People are begging. People are literally on TikTok. Like I said, you got millions of views. They want to see Rocky's story. And it's pressing on me to do so. Some are like, Pointer, we just want to hear from the baby mamas. So it's pressing on me. I'm split because it was some toxicity. So let's see what the fans are thinking. Let's see what the fans tell me, fans. Y'all know I love you. I love you. So tell me what you think. Do you want more of that? And I guess I need to beef up the security team because it started getting a little hostile towards the end of that interview. But okay, some say no, some say yes. I literally, fitty, this is truly needed. So yeah, I'm all about real ones. It's insane that people think that was fake. To me, it's mind-boggling. It's baffling. It's flabbergasting, right? Because you do have people that have some very, very distorted views, okay, in this very country. You don't have to leave the country for men to get with women at insane rates and just procreate every single time. That's not like some mystery. My boy Solomon had 700 of them, right? And I don't know if he had 700 babies, but Solomon, wisest man on earth, but wasn't wise enough to know only one. a real one is needed. So I'm not going to start preaching though. It is about 8 o'clock. I love all y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in this evening. I just want you to remember, don't pop, pop, pop. Pop the balloon. Don't pop, pop, pop. Pop the balloon. Yeah. Rocky was the one from Richmond. It was insane. It was shocking. But I mean, see, y'all need to bless me and send a little more on Cash App, because can we talk about Brett? Y'all, Brett, I don't know what happened there. And you got to think, people attacking, screen better. You think he put that on his application? I would have said yes. No. Heaven and hell no. I wouldn't have allowed that. No, I didn't say yes to all that perverted mess. I could barely hear what he said. I had to bleep out everything. He said, hey, I'm this age and I'm looking for a real one. I said, do you have children? I said, have you ever been married? All the standard questions that I ask every real one. The great ladies are asked the same questions. I'm not discriminatory. I'm not biased. So no, Brett totally threw the thing off. But I won't go into too much detail until you know. Yeah. See, Allison knows. Yeah. Allison, you're a real one. Thank you. It was just insane. And I'm going across the country. I'm going to 20 states. And you're probably going to see even more craziness. Okay. But it's 8 o'clock. I don't want to, delay the time. Thank you everybody so much. Let's end out with that lovely song. Remember, we do have memberships. Even if you just get the talker membership or the yapper, even if you're like Pointer, 40 a month, come on, Pointer. Like, the economy not too great. I get it. But at least support. So I see that little badge that's like, hey, that's my real one right there. So like, oh, you know what? That's a good question. Unconventional one with a little sparkle. You shine, girl. You shine. I'm split on that because I feel like my teens need to be focused on other means of income and growing and developing personally. So I'm kind of split because I know when I was a youth, many years ago, I'm talking, decades ago when I was a youth, it was pressing on me to make sure I was at a point of success first, to establish myself with a great job, with college education. I mean, most people don't know much about me, but it's important to establish yourself as a real one first, But wow, I got some blessings coming through, man. Y'all make me not want to stop. Thank you, Tana. You're a real one. Thank you so much. And then, don't get me started. I like this. Wow. Yeah. Get that Boys to Men. Yes. Oh, man. Don't reveal all my ideas, man. No, because that one, R&B is very near and dear to a brother like Pointer's heart. Okay, but it's 8. I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Remember, Jesus loves you. I do too. Thank you for tuning in to Pop, 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 a real one in real time. We'll see you next time, folks. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to say bye. I'm going to just dance a little. I'm going to mute the mic. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Don't pop, pop, pop. Pop the balloon. Don't pop, pop, pop. Pop the balloon.
Now I got to get back on. Hold up here. Cherokee, you're just blessing me. Thank you. No, I ain't popping on that. I'm clapping for you for that. Thank you, Cherokee Rose. Thank you. That is helpful. I think I'm going to go. Where should I go for dinner, y'all? I don't know. I don't know where I should go for dinner. Maybe I should go. Do some. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? And I want to speak to that. Okay. See, I'm gonna end up going on too long, y'all. But I love my real ones. Y'all aren't fans. Y'all are real ones. Okay. Because fans can be fickle, but real ones stay real. And what happened tonight, I'm not happy about it. Some say, Pointer, I shouldn't have even let him in. But you have to understand, in this world, you have to have forgiveness. You got to have forgiveness, and y'all don't know what happens off camera. And, if they ever give me a documentary, then I definitely want to talk about some of the things that happen once they say cut and some of the things are discussed. Cause, I look all right now. But sometimes when that camera goes off, Pointer kind of gets, I protect my queens and my brothers too. I don't want anyone to feel like they're not safe. Okay. Safety first. Oh, Deborah, I love you, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm definitely not popping. I am going to drop a little more insight into the show. But no. Yeah, exactly. Someone just said something very relevant. One of our newest members, Rennie, I love you. I appreciate you. Yeah. I think that interview, it was our members, actually, some of our members got to see that in real time. And they were like, Pointer, hold up. We want to hear a little bit more about those individuals. like I said, last thing I'll say, free your mind. I love you. Free your mind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. I don't think I'll go back to Richmond in terms of, the show. I might go back, for some food or some fellowship, but I don't know if maybe Norfolk, maybe y'all drop a little more cities that you like in Virginia, but I just can't. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Well, my man, wait. Now he came back and I wanted to talk to him real quick. Sean, I had some real ones for you. What happened?
I did not know. I thought it was one and done, to be honest.
No, I love you, Jean. Do you want to share your Instagram? Did you get to share it yet?
Yeah. The internet's better now, though. So I mean,
okay, share it one more time. Okay, because some real ones were feeling.
Instagram Pablo _DA_LA_New York.
Oh yeah, in New York.
That's New York City, bro.
Where dreams are made of. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Now, share what this is. So, John, you didn't get to share enough that I would have wanted you to. Did you already share kind of what makes you shared what makes you a real one? You shared some of your heartbreakers, your deal breakers, right?
Well, I mean, how that second, you gave me someone that's like a couple years older, it's in the 40s, I'm in my 30s. So, that brief interaction was nice,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what makes me a real one is I'm confident in who I am. I'm loyal. Basically, I'm all for when I'm in a relationship, I'm all for that person. So loyalty is very big on me. That's one. I mean, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for giving me the opportunity since you put me back on.
Absolutely, my brother. No, I really want people to find their real one. Like I said earlier, there is someone for everyone. And that's not really debated, right? So I really want you to find your real ones. I just wanted to have you come on. You're amazing, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. We had to go viral today. I had a chance to look up the show the day prior to see what it was about for today. And I see firsthand saw okay, this is very, very important show,
We do what we can. My mission isn't even the views. My mission is to help these real ones find their real one. So even you.
Of course.
Yeah. You're amazing, John. Thank you so much for coming out, my real one. You're amazing. And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. I want to say I'm open for any future opportunities also.
Yeah, no, as we get more real ones, we're going to start doing this. So follow us on IG. You'll see the posts. And you trust me, you hang around long enough, you're going to find your real one. That's the point.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Have a good one. Thank you. All righty, folks. Okay, we're going to end up going too late because I love y'all. And then y'all keep tempting me because you send me a little seasoning and that helps me get a better dinner. Now I can maybe sponsor us McDonald's. But now maybe instead of McDonald's, maybe I could do like Chick-fil-A. Sponsor us Chick-fil-A. Maybe I could do Del Taco, sponsor us. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great night. Let's just blast that hottest track. And trust me, a remix is coming. No, not the Bob. All right. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all next time.
Don't pop the balloon. 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 Don't pop